I'm about to tell you which of these 5 BC properties you should never buy. And I want to be very clear. It is not the one that looks broken. It might actually be the one that made me stop and think, how is this even legal to advertise this way? Everyone is hunting for cheap Canadian real estate right now. $125,000 BC listings are everywhere. YouTube, Reddit, Facebook groups. Half these listings are priced the way they are, for a reason that does not appear anywhere in the listing description. I spent weeks pulling every active listing under $125,000 across northern and central BC. Cross-referenced 2021 census population data for every community, mapped hospital distances, called municipal offices, and read every single listing description. Here is what the listings are not telling you. 5 properties. 5 completely different realities. One of these is a legitimate opportunity. 2 are livable if you actually know what you're signing up for. 1 has a condition that most buyers won't catch until it's too late. And 1, well, we'll get to that one. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which is which. Let's get into it. Before we start, I need to set expectations. These are not suburban houses with granite countertops and heated driveways. These are properties in communities where the nearest hospital might be 2 hours away, where winter starts in October and doesn't finish until April. That's also what makes them interesting, because if you can handle the reality, not the listing photos, the actual day-to-day reality of living in northern BC, some of these represent value that simply does not exist anywhere else in this country. The listings are technically honest. What they won't tell you is what the market has been saying about that property, or what it costs to heat that house in January. That's what I'm going to show you, what the listing says, what the data says, and what the listing conveniently doesn't mention. Then at the end, I'll rank them by actual value. And that ranking is going to surprise you. Let's start with the one that made me question everything. Property 1. Mackenzie. The BC, 40 McIntyre Drive, $115,000. 2 stories, 5 bedrooms, 1,996 square feet. Carport plus double concrete driveway. Gas fireplace, natural gas, forced air. 3 bedrooms and a full bath on the main floor. 2 more bedrooms, second bath, family room, and storage in the basement. Preserved wood foundation. Built 1980. Appliances included. Annual property tax, $3,118. Here's what the listing doesn't say. And this is the part that matters. Being sold as is where is. All offers subject to court approval. Those 2 words tell you this is a probate or estate sale, or a lender-forced transaction. It is not necessarily a problem with the property. It is a problem with the timeline. Deals subject to court approval can take months to close. 239 days on market in a town of 3,561 people. That number is not a coincidence. It is a signal. Natural gas forced air in roughly 2,000 square feet in Mackenzie. Approximately $180 to $280 per month at peak winter. Budget from there. We are coming back to this one in the ranking, but do not form your opinion yet. This is for the patient buyer with a flexible timeline, cash, or a pre-approval with room to extend. Not for anyone on a deadline. Not for anyone who needs a guaranteed closing date. Property 2. Dawson Creek, BC. $88,900, same price as a base model pickup truck. A downtown core, a community that has been growing every single census since 2011. And it already has an offer on it, 9 days on market. That number matters. We're going to come back to why. Dawson Creek is not a struggling town. Population 12,829 as of 2021, up from 11,583 in 2011. That's consistent growth over a decade. This is the only property on today's list sitting inside a genuinely growing community. The listing. 1-story bungalow, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Just over 700 square feet, baseboard electric heating. See municipal water and sewer, freehold title. 0.12 acres with 3 storage sheds and a spacious backyard. Vacant. Annual property tax, $1,642. That's $137 a month. Here's what the listing doesn't say. 700 square feet is small. The primary bedroom is listed at 15 feet by 6.5 feet. Read that again, 6.5 feet wide. That is a narrow room. And baseboard electric heat in the Peace River region, where January averages sit around minus 18 Celsius, in a structure with no listed insulation upgrades, will cost you $150 to $250 a month at peak. Possibly more. That's not a small number on an $88,900 purchase. Y'all-in conservative estimate, $100,000 to $105,000 for a freehold detached home in a growing BC town with a hospital and a grocery store. That number does not exist anywhere else in this province. Remember this one. When we get to the ranking, the community underneath this property changes the math in a way the listing square footage never will. Property 3, Mackenzie, BC, 2 Portage Crescent, $125,000. 3 properties in, and here is the pattern I am noticing. 2 of these are in the same town. Both are in a community that has been losing residents since 1981, and the more expensive one, this one, costs $10,000 more for reasons that are not immediately obvious when you look at the listing. Let me show you what those reasons actually are. The listing. 2 stories, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2,288 square feet. The largest home on today's list. Double garage, RV parking. Fully fenced corner lot with side gates. South-facing living room, galley kitchen, 2-piece ensuite off the primary bedroom on the main floor. Downstairs, wood-burning fireplace in the family room, a flex room, a hobby or craft room with a separate entrance into the basement, 4th bedroom, 2nd 4-piece bath. Concrete perimeter foundation, built 1971. Annual property tax, $3,068. Price reduced from $135,000. 295 days on market in a town of 3,500 people is not a slow market. That is the market actively rejecting this price. That is a 54-year-old structure. The separate entrance on the basement hobby room could be a suite conversion. Natural gas forced air in 2,288 square feet. Approximately $200 to $320 per month at peak winter. That is the highest heating cost on today's list. We are coming back to both Mackenzie properties in the ranking. The comparison between them tells a story the individual listings do not. This is for the buyer who needs maximum space for minimum money. A large family or a remote worker who wants multiple rooms and is willing to invest in a 54-year-old structure. Not for anyone with a short investment horizon. Not for anyone expecting a quick resale. Property 4, Taylor, BC, $114,900. No stairs. No carpet. Metal roof with a 50-year warranty. Hot water tank, replaced in 2019. And the annual property tax is $1,361. That's $113 a month. Less than most Canadians spend on their phone bill. The listing. Ranch-style bungalow, single story, built 1956, 2 bedrooms, 1 4-piece bathroom with laundry included. Large open kitchen with significant cabinet space. Living room with a decorative wood ceiling and double glass doors to a concrete patio. Large picture window, mudroom with built-in shelving. 7,800 square foot lot with alley access at the rear. Room to add a shop. Natural gas forced air. Appliances included. 59 days on market. Here's what the listing doesn't say. 1956. That is a 69-year-old structure. The metal roof is a genuine asset. You are not replacing that roof in your lifetime. The new hot water tank is good. Natural gas forced air in 856 square feet in the Peace region. Approximately $100 to $160 a month at peak winter. The lowest heating bill on today's list. By a meaningful margin. Taylor is 20 kilometers south of Dawson Creek. 15 minutes on Highway 97. population 1,510 in 2021, up 9.9% from 2016. Growing. Here's the thing about Taylor that the listing doesn't tell you. There is no hospital in Taylor, no grocery store, no bank. Taylor is a bedroom community. Everything essential is in Dawson Creek, 15 minutes away. Remember this property. The combination of a growing community, the lowest ongoing ownership costs on the list, and a roof that is already solved. That combination is going to matter when we rank these. Hold that thought. Property 5, Granisol, BC, 61 Chapman Street, $50,000. I need to be honest with you. When I first pulled this listing, I thought it was the most interesting number on the entire list. $50,000. Babine Lake. Then I kept reading. Population in 2011, 566. In 2016, 438. In 2021, 332. That is a minus 24.2% drop in 5 years alone. The listing, 2 stories, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1,040 square feet, wood exterior, concrete perimeter foundation, finished basement, built 1972, forced air heating, no natural gas, so this is oil or electric. 8,841 square foot lot. Annual property tax, $600. Sold as is where is. 25 days on market. This house sold in November 2015 for $18,000. It is listed today at $50,000. That is a 177% increase. And it is still $50,000. Electric heat in that square footage, in that climate. $200 to $400 a month at peak. That is not a small number relative to a $50,000 purchase price. The 200-kilometer distance to a 24-hour emergency room is not a statistic. It is a life decision. At what price does the risk of Granisol become worth it? Hold that question until the ranking. Here's what I know after pulling every one of these listings. 3 of these 5 properties will transact within the next 90 days. 1 will sit on the market for another year. And 1, someone is going to buy it because the number looked too good to question, skip the due diligence call to the municipality, and find out after possession what a do not consume advisory actually means in daily life. I have seen this happen. Do not be that person. 5 properties. Time to rank them by actual value. Number 5. 2 Portage Crescent, Mackenzie, $125,000. Remember at the beginning when I said one has a condition most buyers won't catch until it's too late? This is a different version of that problem. The condition here is not legal. It is the market itself. 295 days in a town of 3,500 people. Every buyer who walked through in the last 10 months said, "Not at this price." The word reduced is doing a lot of work to hide the fact that even at $125,000, this price has not found a buyer in nearly a year. At $105,000 to $110,000, negotiated after nearly a year on market, with a seller who has been waiting. This conversation changes. At $125,000 asking, this ranks last. Number 4, 61 Chapman Street, Granisol. $50,000 on Babine Lake looks like a number that should not exist. For a very specific buyer, off-grid capable, a medically resilient, renovation experienced, genuinely seeking wilderness isolation, this property moves up significantly. But for most buyers, a do not consume water advisory, a 200-kilometer gap to emergency health care, no natural gas, limited internet, and a community on a 4-decade population decline. The $50,000 price tag does not fully compensate that combination. Call the municipality. Get the advisory in writing. Spend a night in Granisol in February. Then decide. Number 3, 40 McIntyre Drive, Mackenzie, $115,000, solid community, real hospital, real grocery store, 5 bedrooms. The price-to-space ratio is genuinely remarkable. There is no market in Canada where you find this for $115,000. But the court approval condition is real friction. and 239 days on market in a community this size is a real signal. If you are patient, if your financing is flexible, and if you commission a full PWF specialist inspection before you submit. This deal works. It ranks third because the process risk is real, not because the property is wrong. Number 2. 10,855 100 2 Street, Taylor. $114,900, $113 a month in property tax. $100 to $160 a month in heating. A roof that is already solved, 50-year metal system. A hot water tank already replaced, accessible design. A lot with room to build a shop. A community that has been growing every census period since 2016. The 1956 construction is the one variable that requires professional eyes before any offer. Everything else is either recently updated or structurally simple. The ongoing cost of ownership here is the lowest on this entire list. That is not a small thing when you are thinking about what this property costs you over 10 or 20 years, not just on closing day. This ranks second, narrowly. Number 1. Dawson Creek, $88,900, and here is the ranking that is going to surprise some of you. Not the biggest, not the most dramatic story, 712 square feet, already contingent. But listen to what is underneath this property, the only growing community on today's list. A hospital in town, a full urban service base, freehold title with no conditions, no court approval process, no water advisory, no 200-kilometer gap to emergency care. 9 days on market. The market spoke immediately. A purchase price under $90,000 for real property ownership in a real town. If that contingent deal falls through, move fast. This is number 1. The close. Do not buy a house because someone on YouTube told you it was cheap. These are real listings with real trade-offs. Hire a local inspector. Talk to a local realtor. Visit the town when the snow is on the ground. Cheap BC real estate is not a scam, but it is not a fantasy either. Every one of these listings is priced the way it is for a reason. The question is never which property is perfect. The question is which trade-offs match what you can actually handle. If you are serious, pick your top 2 from today. Visit both in person, not on Google Maps. Spend a night in each town. Drive the roads when they're iced over. Walk into the grocery store. Talk to someone who lives there. See if the reality matches what you pictured sitting here watching this video. And if it does, you just found something real. Which property would you actually buy? Drop the number in the comments. 1 through 5. Give me one reason. I read every single one, and if I think you're making a mistake, I'll tell you.